Yeah, let me know if I'm trying to wait. So I know that I got somebody wanted to talk about the children. I'm fine with that. I don't have any problem with that. I just need you guys to let me know because I have three different videos that I want to review. Two of them are in reference to what I was talking to you about yesterday, where I was talking about how the lady who had a child license, like she had a expired license to operate a daycare facility. I went back and found the video for that so we could watch that, and I found the video where I was telling you guys about the mom who was watching her daughter get assaulted. I have the video for that as well. So y'all let me know, like how y'all want to do this. Do y'all want to watch? Y'all want to watch the one with the lady who was watching her child? The things happened to her child, or do y'all want to watch? Do y'all want to watch that first? Or do y'all want to watch the one where the lady had the kids hidden in the basement? Okay, y'all let me know which one of y'all want to see first, because I got both of those pulled up to show y'all. I also have the case pulled up about Nizayah Harris on the screen. This is a case going on right now. I don't have the full background of this story, but I do believe that the person that they have in custody is the person who is responsible for her no longer being here. So I wanted to review that case with you guys to see what you thought. Should we look at this one first? This is the 25 missing kids of the daycare owner. Let me see. Okay. This is about the kids. Y'all want to watch this one first? So this one with the 25 missing kids, I can show y'all that one first. All right, let me I might need to stop this music. Y'all hear my music? Hold on a minute. All right, so let's watch this one first.
As a mom, I would never go in the shower.
Where are these kids?
Yeah. Like where? Yeah. It's playing down here.
There's got to be a way to get down.
On the afternoon of November 13th, 2019, Officer Landon of El Paso County, Colorado, conducts a welfare check at a daycare center after receiving a tip about its owner, Carla Marie Faith. She'd allegedly been taking in more children than allowed by her license and was hiding them. The licensing officer tries to contact Carla, but is told that no children are present that day. However, parents had requested a welfare check on a child that has been dropped off at the center that morning. As Officer Landon and the licensing officer approach the property, they remain unprepared for the shocking discovery that awaits them inside.
I'm going to search. This is weird. I really bad. feeling about what's going on here.
The first officer on scene at the Play Mountain Place Daycare Center meets with 2 licensing officials. The daycare's owner, Carla Marie Faith, has told licensing officials that she has no children on the property that day. Little does she know, the supervisor has been in contact with a mother who confirmed that she dropped her toddler off at the residence earlier that morning. The officer is now tasked with puzzling out the truth, but she cannot know just how many secrets Carla may be hiding. The following footage has never been seen before.
There's nothing visible in the front. They would be in this room.
I'm sure you know by now that there are
Sorry about the ass, y'all.
6 and 7 figures from home.
Yes. So I'm wondering who have her come to try to pick up her child.
She said she was willing to come
Well,
here.
as a mom, I would never do.
Hello, CSPD.
Carla wasn't actually here because she pulled up in the silver Jeep that's over there.
So do you believe that these kids are by themselves in this house?
Potentially. We did not see anyone else here. Carla, I just saw her leave out the back. That parent thinks their child is here. So
And this child was born in 2017, so it's just a little.
I just want to point out that if a mother is here at a particular house or a parent is going to a particular house to pick up their child, do you not expect them to know that they dropped their child off there? Because I found it funny how somebody says that the mother thinks that her child is in there. That's what the person said. She don't think, she know she dropped her child off there. And she's being told that no kids are in there. Okay. Come on now.
One.
not anybody that could even come to the door.
So we have a 2-year-old.
At the time of the video, Carla's license states that no more than 2 children under the age of 2 may be in her care, with a maximum capacity of 6 children in total for this location.
Well, do we know that someone's in here? Or just... All I can hear is the movie. I hear a kid.
Now she just, okay, so the officer just said that she hears a kid now. Keep in mind that the daycare owner told her there are no kids in there. Okay?
She also owns another home that she was doing a licensed care out of research, and we do not see any evidence that she lives there. We're citing her for that. We're going through that process. This is much more serious. So we had another parent file a complaint for the other unlicensed location, but they can file those anonymously.
Despite the allegations, the officer is not authorized to enter the residence without probable cause. Mere suspicions are not enough at the moment.
So how are parents supposed to get their kids?
Well, so that's the thing. I don't, either she took the kids somewhere else. Either there is not actually children here, and that's why she was, but she was very nervous and kept telling us she had an appointment, need to leave.
There's a camera right there, so they see him here.
The supervisor gets a cell phone number for Carla, but again, no one answers. They'll have to try something more creative.
Call her and say, I'm ready to come get my child. Where is he? Yeah, she's ready to do that. Okay. If you want to do that now and then just give me a call back, let me know what she says. Ask her where he's at. Okay.
Okay. So right now, the social worker is on the phone with the parent that is saying that her child is in that house, and they're setting it up to where the parent is going to call Carla, which is the licensed operator for the place. They're going to call her and let her know that they want to pick up the child so they can get Carla to come back to the house, because Carla done dipped out and said she had an appointment. That's why she's not there.
All right, thanks. Okay, bye. So that was
She
her.
should
That just
probably be ready to never bring her kid here
she
again.
said, she's like, oh, never. That's what I said. I
Okay.
said, she
Because this
said,
is obviously going to make things not okay for future.
there was a lot of very strange things that happened that led up to this. So the parent went up to the gate to try to get her child. Carla called the parent on the phone, and the parent said, I need to go, left and didn't come back. So they had intended to come get their child here, but Carla called them and said basically to leave. Well, so interestingly, I'm really glad I just went back down and I saw her standing out in the back getting picked up by that Mustang because she doesn't want to get in this Jeep because she told me she doesn't drive a Jeep. She lied. So she's providing false and misleading information to us, which is not for grounds for adverse licensing action, but that's not the concern at this point. Where are the children?
Yeah, if I drop my kid off
Exactly.
somewhere, I expect them to continue to be at that place, not carted back and forth.
A moment later, a black Camaro is seen driving past the house. Despite the officer later identifying the car as a Mustang, it is actually a Camaro.
What's the plate? Can you read that far?
No.
I'm going to start walking around in case.
Now I'm wondering.
Oh.
So he didn't put up the gap.
The official has seen Carla re-enter the property, and the officer immediately walks toward the back alley to try to intercept her.
Lincoln, Ocean 1. Hi, sir. Would you mind chatting with me for a second? Sure. Just step out and talk to me.
The man is Mark Spillane, who identifies himself as Carla's employee.
Did you come and pick her up just now?
Yeah, I just dropped her off.
Okay. Where are the kids?
I don't think she has any right now.
You're supposed to have at least one, and I
Really?
need to check on that kid.
I didn't know. Sorry.
Okay.
I just grabbed her real quick, went to the bank, came back.
When asked where he believes the children are, Mark gives the same address that the officer and the licensing official are already at.
At this point, you're not in any sort of trouble. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
So, again, I appreciate you stopping to chat with me. Is she known to do some kinky things?
Not really.
Well, where the hell are these kids is my problem.
Okay.
It seems to be that there's been several reports and people are concerned that they drop their kids off and they're not where they're supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
And if I was a parent, I'd be pretty upset about that too.
I'd say so. That would
Yeah.
upset me.
And so, I mean, obviously they're concerned about things like this where you have nothing to do with this. You're coming to pick her up because she asked you to, but
I dropped
Yeah.
her off.
yeah.
That was it.
But if she's leaving kids by themselves, that's a problem. But we're gonna continue to investigate this. I would ask that you don't call her right now until we can talk to her in person. But
After speaking with Mark, the officer moves to the rear entrance of the property.
if I can have an extra set of hands over here, that'd be great. You could call me before you get here. I have another officer coming that's gonna come back here with you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go see what I can get done in the front.
I just want y'all to understand that these two ladies, this lady right here, she's at the back of this lady's property, while the white lady that you saw at the front, she's the other social worker. They both are working for DCFS, I believe. Okay, whoever is in charge of the licensing for these operating systems. I don't know if that's DCFS or not. But they're like trying to catch this lady because this lady is dodging them. Okay, so now the police officer doesn't know if kids are actually in the residence and she left them there by themselves, or if the kids are just not there. The officer does not know. So she done call for backup because this is strange that lady just got dropped off by her employee and she kind of like hopped the fence to get over to where she was. So she's definitely dodging anyone finding her. This is too suspicious.
Side, but this is getting weirder and weirder.
It's bizarre.
Do you think she's more likely to cop back here or go
I
to the
think
front with your
something
partner?
is watching to see if they can either do something in the front or do something in the back.
Okay.
With the call coming in, Officer Landon takes the opportunity to chalk out an action plan with her partner.
I'm going to go back to the front of the house. If you could go to the alley, it's on the north side. There's a lady back here in a gray shirt, black pants. She's with one of the licensing boards. She's keeping eyes on here, and there's one in the front too. But I hate leaving any of these ladies by themselves with all of this stuff. My partner's 5 minutes out. Hey.
Finally, a mother arrives, expecting to pick up her child.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160.
She hasn't answered for us so far, so we'll see.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I need to talk with you.
I think you need what, Carla, maybe?
Who are you?
Not Carla.
Who are you, though?
I'm Chrissy.
Chrissy?
Yes.
Okay, when somebody answers a question like that, when the officer asks you who you are, instead of you giving your name, you say something like, not Carla. This is somebody who's attempting to dodge a question. Y'all might not see it like that, but I definitely know that's what they're doing. Attempting to dodge the question. They have some hesitation around giving their information to the police. That's what I pick up on. And just so y'all know, I have a criminal justice background. Okay. So that sticks out to me that she said that. I was looking at her suspicious after that. The whole time.
Okay, I need to talk to Carla as well. All right. Do you have some ID on you?
I do. Carla's right over there, though.
Sure. You want to come over here?
How
What
are
was
you?
your name? I'm sorry.
Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you work for the facility or?
No, I don't work here. No.
Okay.
I'm a friend.
Okay.
Hey, how are you? I am super well.
I was knocking on the front door forever. Why didn't you answer?
I wasn't.
Ringing on the intercom, calling.
Our intercom is off. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's go check out where Carla is. How many kiddos do you guys have today?
The officer can see that her questions are being dodged, but now she knows there was at least one child on the property. She's one step closer to unraveling this bizarre mystery.
Hello. I'm Officer Langdon Isaac with CSPD. How are you, ma'am?
Good.
You're Carla?
I am.
So I'm kind of getting in on the end of all.
I know. And I'm sorry you're involved.
It seems like there's a whole lot going on. So
Go for it.
I'm just trying to figure out exactly what's going on. And
I don't know how to help you. You can ask me questions. I can answer them. And I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do you want some water or anything?
oh no, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm good.
You take that.
So obviously we have some concerns about some kiddos' welfare. But we come and knock, nobody's answering. I hear music playing from the front. You're hopping back fences. I don't know what's going on. So can you kind of give
I
me
just
some sort
didn't
of?
have my gate opener, but I came back to the property.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to come in?
Well, I'd like to check that house and see if there's any other kiddos.
Sure.
If you're just being honest with me, if you have
Sure.
other kids, tell me you have other kids.
Sure. No worries.
Okay.
And you want to check that?
Yeah, I would like to check both.
Carla's property has two houses, one where she runs the daycare center and another that she seems to have rented out. As Officer Landon demands to search the second house, Carla and Chrissy try to contact the tenant for permission.
I don't know if the tenant is there or not, so we're trying to reach her, and that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So
You understand I'm not licensing it and I don't care anything about that. I just care if kids are okay.
I get
Fair
it.
enough.
Fair enough.
Now, I don't know if y'all heard this lady right here when the officer was talking to her. I don't know if y'all heard her say that she was Chrissy's friend. That's what she initially told the officer, okay? That she was Chrissy's friend.
The tenant in property?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So we're trying so that we can let you. We had a feeling this might.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this all? This is a cute place.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How many kids do you usually have?
It varies, and I don't always have them. I don't know if she's on the way, but you're more than welcome. I'll leave this open and see if she's reachable.
Okay. That's the person who owns this house?
Well, I own the whole property, but they rent it.
Yeah, she's on her way.
Okay.
All right. Yep. She should be here very soon.
And who is this to you?
A friend.
Okay. Is she an employee as well?
No, just my friend.
Okay. And so she was.
Y'all heard that? You heard that, right? The officer asked her, who is she? The lady said, oh, she's just my friend. She's just a friend.
You were gone?
Yeah, I just ducked out to go have some lunch.
Okay. Is that normal?
For me to duck out and have lunch?
Yeah. I mean, is it? I don't know what. I guess for them, it's not okay. It's not a crime. Again, I'm here for entirely different reasons than they are.
No worries. No
Okay.
worries.
I'm happy by himself. That's what I
No.
was mostly worried about when
Yeah.
nobody was answering. And
No worries.
While everything might seem serene on the surface, they will soon find out that something unsettling is going on under the surface.
once we can figure out that there's no other kiddos being in that house, and then we can be done.
Will she let me just go in? Are any of the doors open or unlocked?
I'm not sure. I think that one is actually locked. But...
They're locked. I just don't. That's open.
93 from 71. We're in the back garden here.
Make yourself at home.
You don't mind if I just check around?
No.
Okay.
Despite suspicions, the officer checks the entire property but finds nothing incriminating.
There's one here.
Is this a basement? Do you have a basement?
No.
Am I moving that for?
It's just closed and stuff.
Well, just a.
Just blankets and stuff.
Do you mind if I move it? This is good. Shoot ton of backpacks. What backpacks are these?
We're taking them and getting them cleaned for the soccer team.
That doesn't sound very likely.
As the
I'm sorry, but a police officer is searching the property and you open up the closet and you're not trying to let them search through it. You're doing it yourself. And then when they want to look for themselves and they see a whole bunch of book bags in there now, remember you done told them there are no kids here, but it's a whole bunch of book bags in there. She had to come up with something quick. She didn't give a good explanation. She said that the book bags, they were cleaning the book bags for the soccer team.
The officer gets more confrontational. Carla begins to fumble.
So if I call these parents, where are they going to say their kids are right now?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to have you step aside. I'm just going to get some of that information off of there. Talk to my partner here for a sec. She's hiding those backpacks. Where are these kids? Numbers on all these backpacks. Let's figure out. Kids. It's the shower. In the shower, there's where are these kids? There's diaper bags, there's little backpacks. Try calling the mom. Where are these kids? This was covered with this, and she was trying to sit on it.
Outside, the other officer collects information from Christina Swagger, or Chrissy, and Carla.
9-3 switching over.
Notice she's on the phone. Do y'all notice that both of them are on the phone right now? And Chrissy keep walking away, okay? To me, I would be looking at her and watching her with a hawk eye, okay? Because she keep walking away. That raises my anxiety because I know she has it. That's what it would do to me. So I would be watching her like a hawk, but I'm taking note that both of them are on the phone right now. That's significant.
Hey, ma'am. We'll walk back over here. I just want you to hang out in this area.
Do you want me to stay here with you?
No, I'm good.
I mean, I can. Doesn't matter to me. I have nothing to do.
While Officer Parker makes sure no one wanders off, Officer Landon tries to contact some of the parents from the information on the backpacks before resuming the house search. What she doesn't know yet is that there is information being shared behind her back.
They're not sleeping somewhere. They're not studying out in here.
Any other phone numbers?
Not in those two bags.
Hey, listen, if you get your car insurance directly from one of the major car insurance companies, then you're getting scammed.
Her daughter's the one that left out of here this morning. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 kids' backpacks.
She said she's having them cleaned for the soccer team.
While the situation continues to grow murkier inside, Officer Parker continues to supervise Carla and Chrissy.
After you make sure all the kids are we still staying here or what?
I don't know. I'm just here to
Like,
back
you
up here.
haven't found any kids. Like, what is? I just need to know where things are going and what.
Sure, I don't know.
Okay.
I just got here. I haven't spoken with the other officer yet, so I wouldn't be able to give you an accurate answer because I have no idea. Ma'am,
Oh yeah, sorry.
can I have you step out here now?
Yeah, of course. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
She said they were out about you. He wasn't there. I said, we're not arguing semantics here. No.
Is there a basement somewhere?
Did you hear that? They asked if there's a basement somewhere because they heard music. They heard music. So they asked if there's a basement.
Yeah. It's playing down here. Maybe I forgot some.
There's got to be a way to get down there. I'm calling my sergeant. This is weird.
With more concerning evidence discovered, Officer Parker keeps his eye on Carla.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Ma'am, you can probably hold it. Follow me.
As Officer Parker guides Carla back from the bathroom, Officer Landon gives him a call to express her concerns.
Officer Parker.
So I have a really bad feeling about what's going on here. So I'm gonna call Sarge. Just keep them out there, please. Just, you can keep them in that side building.
Yeah, I'm with. I was gonna play both parties in the back.
Okay, well, there's music coming from a weird place. And that she denied that any other kids were here. So she's changing her stories and weird stuff is going on.
As the officers inch closer to an unexpected revelation, Carla and Chrissy decide to talk. Whether or not anything they have to say is the truth is another matter entirely.
Why don't we just tell them that the kids are
Y'all heard that? She's like, so why don't we just tell them that the kids are at the park? There's one problem with that, ma'am. You already told the police there were no kids there. So now you changing your story, which is not going to help your case. And neither is it going to help the person who's with you. Because that would mean you're both changing up your story.
She says all the kids are at the park.
That's where they're at.
Sure.
How many are there?
Okay. Okay.
We hear music
I
playing
can do that.
downstairs. How do you get downstairs?
Yeah, they're both clear.
There is no downstairs.
There is. We can hear it. We can hear it through the vent.
They're over.
Where what's downstairs?
There's nothing downstairs.
There's children in the basement. We don't know how to get in there.
Okay.
There's no access to a basement. There isn't a basement. Do you want to go over to the car?
No, not yet.
Or do you stay outside?
Upon realizing this was going far beyond what initially brought them to the scene, Officer Landon calls the sergeant.
I'm searching the house and I can hear music coming from the basement, like children's music. I can't figure out how to get down there, but this is strange enough that it's got those little hairs rolling. I can't find an opening to a basement, but I can hear music coming from a vent into the basement. I've got Parker out back, keeping those ladies away from here, and I'm just trying to sort this out. Okay, thank you, sir.
Desperate to locate the children, Officer Parker doubles down on his questions, his patience wearing thin.
So how do we get in the basement?
There is no basement. I am so sorry, but there's just not.
Okay. Where is the music coming from?
I don't know. I don't know. Have you heard music? I haven't heard any music.
Hmm.
Notice they
Put your
both on the
hands up and
phone.
Stop following my instructions. Sit down and
Over there by the end of the water. I stood up. I'm sorry. Sorry.
yeah. The only reason I'm having you sit down is you seem very nervous. You're wandering around and not paying any attention to what I'm telling you.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate it.
There's windows that go downstairs.
And she's saying to get to it under the deck. And we said, how? And she won't. There's blinds on the window. right
Under the deck, and magically that music stopped. You said there's access under this deck?
Mhm. Over on the side. That's if they left the opening.
On that side?
Mhm.
I thought you saying here for a second. Like through here and down, or how?
On the other side.
So out and around. Okay.
So after the detective lets her know that they hear music playing, remember I told y'all pay attention because they were on the phones, both of them. After that, and now the officer said the music stopped.
On the other side, from the front. Does this gate move? Carla, how do you get between the two? Let me just be frank with you. I don't care about licensing. I don't care. At all.
The kids are at the park. I've
Then
told
why
them.
do I hear music coming from down?
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
And you hide in the backpacks from me like a cat on a tin roof. Weird. You know,
Yeah. I hear
all
you.
of this, it's a succession of events that is altogether not okay.
Mhm.
If there's kids downstairs, we can deal with that, but you got to tell me how to get to them. I just want to lay eyes. So tell me how to get to the kids.
I don't know why you're hearing music, and I'm really sorry. If they want to see kids, they can go to the park. The kids are over there.
And that'll be our next step. We'll go look there.
Okay.
But why am I hearing music from down there?
I don't.
And as soon as we mention that, you text somebody and it shuts off. That's weird.
No, I'm not doing that. I can
Okay.
show you.
Let's go stand over here.
Okay.
I know.
There's window lines on the side and on the back.
In that window down there.
Yeah, it's got blinds on it. You don't put blinds in it.
Even if there is a crawl.
More time has elapsed as Officer Landon continues to search doggedly for a way into the basement. Just then, Officer Parker notices something that sends a chill down his spine.
hear that kid crying?
Yes. he
Oh,
hears a
okay.
kid crying.
Well, I don't know where. Just from when I was standing here, I heard a
Yeah,
small
I
kid.
heard it
Maybe
too.
from like maybe behind me.
I hear it.
Do you know how
You guys
Oh.
have a search warrant?
You know, at this point, we're looking for kids. We're concerned for the welfare of kids. And until we find those kids, we're here for exigent circumstances. So if you want us out of here, tell us where that basement is. We heard a kid crying.
I just heard a kid crying like 6 seconds ago. Maybe 10 seconds ago.
Listen, this started small and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until you tell us where those kids are. How do we get to them?
They're at the park.
Then why are we hearing kids coming from your basement?
As Carla continues.
This is the definition of I don't want to say psychopath, but she got some tendency to me. Okay, this lady is continuing to lie to the cops, despite the fact that they all are telling her that they hear the kids. She's still saying they're not there. They're at the park.
Continues with facade. Officer Landon returns to her frantic search of the house, but it's Officer Parker who's about to make the discovery they've been hoping for.
Hey, Isaac. Turns out there's a basement.
As they make their way into the hidden room that reeks of the smell of soiled diapers, officers are going to make an unbelievable discovery.
Cover up. Who are you? Who are you and why are you hiding all these kids down here? Get up. Get up. Hi, babies. It's okay, guys. It's okay. You ladies need to come here now. Both of you come here now. I don't know what's going on, but this is not okay. Do you have any weapons on you?
Can I put my shoes on?
I'm going to pat you for weapons first. You need to go upstairs to talk to my partner. Ma'am. Call 571.
I know.
We've about 20 kids down here.
In a revelation that stuns everyone, Officer Landon finds 25 very young children in the basement.
Sorry, I was just trying to Who are you? Huh? Who are you?
My name's Katie.
What is your deal with all this? Why are you hiding kids from us?
No, I don't know.
Kind of looks like it.
The woman Officer Landon is speaking with is Caitlin Nelson. More shocking details about her role will be revealed, but for now, Officer Landon lays it out to her that she is in trouble.
You're looking at an obstruction charge at the minimum.
I don't know what this license is. I don't understand what this.
Well, all I know is law enforcement officers are in the house. You heard me knocking before. You heard me on the phone. I know she text messaged you and told you to shut the kids up. So you're looking at obstruction. I know you're watching the kids now, so I'm not going to ask you to pick the kids up.
Okay. No, yeah,
I need a list of all these parents.
I don't know all the parents' names and stuff. I don't know.
How long have you worked?
I've just been babysitting. That's all I've been told.
How long?
For maybe a couple months.
I'm gonna turn the light on. Let them come out of here.
Ladies, are you going to be okay with these kids for a second?
Yes, we'll let them come out. How long have you guys been down here?
Not very long.
Like how long's not very long? Give me an estimate.
I don't know. Maybe an hour.
Okay,
Maybe.
okay. Well, we were like all sleeping, so.
While Katie claims they were hidden for maybe an hour, a later affidavit for Christina Chrissy Swager states that Carla told them to take all of the children inside to the basement earlier that day. While it's unclear how long the children were down there, it seems to have been longer than an hour. It appears that all of the kids had been dropped off like normal, and Carla and her staff panicked once the licensing officials arrived, followed by police. Officers now focus on reuniting the children with their families.
If you will help me get unhandcuffed, I will get all of these parents here to pick up these kids.
Okay, we can handcuff you, but if anything squirrely happens,
Nothing
it's not going to be
squirrely.
good.
Nothing squirrely. I promise.
I mean, do y'all see how calm this lady is? She gave off no indication in the beginning when the officer first started questioning her. Like, she came off believable. If you look at her, you wouldn't think that she would be hiding something like this. But she consistently lied to the officers. And this is the type of person that you could very well be handing your kids over to. And this shit is scary to me. It's scary to me. Because you would probably look at her and you would not think that this lady would do some mess like this. But all of this was because of the licensing officials, where she wasn't supposed to have as many kids as she had. And that's why she was hiding them.
Can we take care of our babies?
We're going to get the parents on the way. I don't know that you guys are fit to take care of babies because you hide them in the basement. When
Well,
Stop moving around.
we can change their diapers. We can get them
Yeah.
something to
There's
eat.
two ladies here that are working.
They
And that's
don't-
what.
They don't know these two ladies.
No, so they're
Look,
understanding. They're all freaked out. Just
These
freak
ladies,
out. Just
look,
start calling parents.
I'll stay right here.
Just start calling parents.
Can wait for the okay, just hear me out. I get it. Okay. I get how you feel about me. Just listen. These three ladies can take care of those little guys, and I can get their parents on the phone. I can sit right there and we can get them out the door to where they belong. Can we work as a team to do that?
But Officer Landon is not in the mood for negotiation and knows better than to give in to Carla's act.
Why are we here?
Yeah. How did we get to this point? That you're hiding kids in a basement and you're not being honest with me. If the kids had supervision and it's just that you have too many kids, that's not a crime. I don't care. But when you're preventing me from doing my job and you're creating physical obstacles for me to do my job,
And I did all of
that's
that.
when I care.
Okay, I did all of that and I'm guilty of all of that.
So just go. Just go. Katie, what? Stand up for me. Put your hands behind your back, okay? What's your middle name?
Yeah, but like, okay, pockets over here.
No,
No.
it's all right now.
Put it down right there.
Can I put my straight down? real
No.
quick?
Oh,
It turns out Caitlin Nelson has a long rap sheet. In fact, there was an active warrant against her at the time of this incident. As parents receive calls to pick up their children, Carla has some news to share with them.
If you're unable to come quickly, don't worry. Just come when you can. They're closing the business down. So if you don't have to rush though.
Later interviews with parents highlight more horrific details about their children suffering from nightmares and not being able to sleep in the dark. Carla Marie Faith was found guilty of 26 counts of child abuse without injury, a felony count of attempting to influence a public servant, and another misdemeanor charge of obstructing a peace officer. She's been sentenced to 6 years in prison and is currently eligible for parole, with the hearing set for August 2025. Caitlin Nelson pled guilty to 26 counts of child without injury and 1 felony count of possession of controlled substances. Though she failed to show up for her court date, something she's done for several charges in the past, Caitlin was sentenced to 365 days in jail, with credit for 135 days of time served and 4 years of probation. The probation requires her to complete a substance evaluation and comply with the recommended treatment, monitored sobriety, complete a child evaluation with the recommended treatment, and do 200 hours of community service. Christina Chrissy Swager had lied to police earlier and was actually an employee at Carla's daycare center. She was convicted of 26 counts of child without injury, a felony count of attempting to influence a public servant, and a misdemeanor charge of obstructing a peace officer. She was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison, with an additional 3 years of parole, which she is currently on. Valerie Fresquez, another employee at the daycare, pleaded guilty to 26 counts of child without injury and took a plea deal that required her to testify against her former colleagues. She received a 2-year deferred sentence in March 2021 that she completed in March 2023, allowing her to withdraw the guilty plea with all charges dismissed.
All right, y'all. So that was that video. That was that video that I wanted to show y'all, where I was talking about how the lady was hiding these people's kids, and she was not going to tell the cops that the kids were down there. They had to find the children. The cops had to find the children first. What kind of damn cat and mouse game is this shit here when you're talking about kids? How do we as parents address a situation like this, where we're entrusting someone to take care of our kids for us, and they're hiding our children from us? We can't even go pick our kids up. How do we address this in the future? Where something like this don't happen? Who would need to be the people who address policy concerning childcare operators? Because we're talking about people's kids here. And, people will go to drastic measures about their children. So in situations like this, it's so appropriate for law enforcement to get involved, because then it kind of helps mitigate violence happening. But how does this help parents trust childcare workers with their children? That's my question. Where the kids were in a whole trap door. If the cops hadn't found that door to get down to the basement because they were not getting no assistance from the licensed operator, I mean, who knows? So that was the one case. Here's the case. This case here, and I don't know if I should even go into this case, because this case is a little longer, but this is the case. I'm sorry, hold on. This case here, this is the case where I was telling you about the lady who was in the room or witnessed her child being molested and then unalived. So y'all let me know if y'all want to go into this case, or if y'all want to go into the case of Nizayah Harris. Okay. But we don't have to, I mean, I know this was kind of long, so we don't have to go into either one of them tonight, but y'all give me some thoughts about what y'all think about what y'all just saw. Like, what do y'all think about that situation where parents entrusted someone, a supposed licensed operator, with their kids, only to be told when it's time to pick them up that their kids wasn't there? What do y'all think about that? Does that not give y'all cause for concern? Because this is one of the many things that's going on as it pertains to the children. We haven't even gotten to the foster care system yet. Like, because the foster care system, I'm telling you, that's under heavy scrutiny right now. They're being looked into as far up as Congress right now. It's in Congress right now what's going on with these with CPS. It's in Congress. Do y'all know that it's hundreds of thousands of kids that are missing right now that have been put in the foster care system but they were not being tracked. And they were being given to illegal people, illegal immigrants, but not just illegal immigrants, foster care parents who had previous issues with foster care children. I mean, this is a real issue. So I want y'all to think about when y'all upset with your kids, when y'all feel like y'all can't get through to your kids, when you feel like your kids are rebelling and you can't do it no more. Have any of you ever said that you would give your kids up? Did you know that families were just giving their kids away to the foster care system? And this has been going on for years. Did you know that right now in Virginia, they have a surplus of parents, adoptive parents, wanting to give their kids back to the foster care system. And a lot of them are teenagers. And you know why? It's because the teenagers are asking questions about their biological family. So that is presenting a problem for the adoption families. They don't want to talk to the children about where they came from or how they ended up with them. They don't want to talk about that. And because the kids are finding out information on their own, they're trying to give the kids back to the foster care system now. They don't want them. They're trying to relinquish their rights. Because they can't control the situation. But this is happening right now in Virginia. So if you, and then not only do you have the problem with the foster care system, but then you have the problem with the pedophiles. Okay? The pedophiles are going after single women with children. This is the target for them. Where the woman is not the priority. They know how to manipulate her. They're trying to get to the child. And I am telling you, this has been going on for decades. Decades. Not only is this happening with people who are getting in relationships with pedophiles, that the woman may not know that they're dealing with one. But this is where parents have to use their discernment, especially mothers. Don't go after the pretty looks. Don't go after the money. Don't go after that. That shit look nice. Yeah, they know that. The pedophiles know that. And if you're a woman who could be bought, they ain't gonna have no problem getting access to your children. Once they develop a rapport with your child, they got you. A lot of them know that. How many women tell men, oh, you're so good with kids, you're so good with them. In front of you, they know to act like this. They know to be on their best behavior. If you're a woman who can be controlled mentally, stuff can be taking place right there in front of your face, and you will dismiss it. I'm just trying to wake people up, because I know it's a lot of single women who be dating these men, and then the next thing you know, their child is coming to let them know this person touched me, or this person makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm not safe around this person. You as a parent are doing what? What are you doing? If your child comes and tells you this, what are you doing? I genuinely want to know, if your child comes and tells you that your significant other makes them uncomfortable, what would you do? And the reason why I'm asking you this question is because too many parents have dismissed their kids, dismissed what their child was telling them. And for the life of me, I can't understand this. I don't understand why this happens. Why does this happen? Because to me, that conveys that you take the word of your significant other over your child. And I'm trying to figure out why that is. Because I'm going to think that you don't have a connection to your offspring. This life you created, you don't have a connection to it. There's no way my child can tell me that they feel uncomfortable. They don't like the way somebody looks at them. They don't want to hug somebody. Every time this person comes around, they're acting different. See, this goes to whether or not a parent is paying attention to their child. Do you know your child's mannerisms? Can you tell when they're comfortable with someone and when they're not? It's like, if I was talking to someone and I was trying to get some information out of them as to what their responses were to their child, when their child came to them out of concern, and their answers seemed off to me, like something's not there, I'm going to feel the need to dig deeper. That's how I am. Because something's wrong with this situation here. And I am telling y'all, this has been plaguing us as Americans for decades, where the children have not been heard. The allegations they've been making are not followed up on. Foster parents are allowed, they've been allowed to lie to the police and CPS officials as long as the child didn't have proof or signs of abuse. Things were ignored. And it's still like that to this day. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of parents we got now. Because I'm seeing too much shit in the news right now about children. Law enforcement is being bogged down by the CPS calls, where children are contacting them, running away from home, don't want to be there. These I don't understand this. There was a foster parent who, this lady was very big. Like she was like 300, 400 pounds maybe. Where a foster child ran away, was able to get away and call the police. And then police follow up on it, get to the residence and check out the children. The children looked famished. They were skinny. Their bones were sticking out, protruding. It looked like they hadn't eaten in weeks. That's how bad it was. There was locks on the refrigerator and the cabinets, so the kids couldn't get in to get food. She had them locked in closets where they couldn't get out. And when asked by law enforcement why, She said that they kept stealing food. Now ask yourself, why would a child need to steal food? Why are they stealing food? Why is a child stealing food? This lady is sitting up in a house with 2 cars in the garage, $60,000, $80,000 cars in the garage, plenty of freaking food, but the children look famished. She said that there was complaints that the children may have had parasites. Parasites. And then she admitted that she herself had parasites, but she never took the kids to the hospital. And that was 2 or 3 years ago. And this is a recent case. She never took the kids to the doctor. This is a foster parent. And she had like 4 kids under her care. She was choking one of the children. She told the child that you're lucky so-and-so is here, or I would unalive you. I'm not making this stuff up. Like, this stuff is happening. So think about the fact that this stuff is happening right now. You think it wasn't happening back then? This is not new. My question is, why has it been allowed to continue to happen? Because the people in charge of this is who? Health and Human Services, CPS, DCFS, DS, all of these names, okay? These are the people responsible for ensuring the well-being of the children who come into the foster care system. They're also the ones that are responsible for checking in on them. Have they been doing their job? Are we asking these questions? We need to be asking these questions because we're the taxpayers. We're paying for that. We're paying for the care of these children. Why are we not asking questions? I mean, how many more kids need to end up in the news for being famished, damn near being unalived, or in unfortunate situations being unalived? What was the process? Who was following up on it, on the children? These are the questions that we need to bring to the appropriate authorities, the people who are in charge of these children. Why should we be concerned? Because we're taxpayers. We're taxpayers. Now take, for instance, the people who have unfortunate situations where they get raped by someone and then they end up pregnant. But they choose to, instead of keeping the child, put it in an adoption system because they're not fit to take care of it. What happens to that child? Do we know whether or not it's given to people who deserve to have children? I am telling you, there are so many foster care parents that should not have licenses to do this. They should not be foster. The proper vetting was not done. When I was in the foster care system, you know what they were doing? Continuing to move us around, especially following any allegations of abuse. They did nothing to the foster parents. They just moved the children. The foster parents were allowed to continue to foster children. In my particular situation, I was with church people. So don't think it's just pedophiles or people who don't have any sense of humanity with them. These are people who you would look at in high regard doing stuff like this. People who were of service to others doing stuff like this. And it's still happening. I don't think that there is enough people talking about this. Yeah, we see a whole bunch of people out here spreading the information about them being victims. Yes, and I want them to continue to talk so people will understand this is not a new issue. It's just an issue that we have not given the appropriate attention to. And my question is, why? Why haven't we? Those of us who are choosing to talk about this stuff, we're being ostracized. People don't want to listen. Why? Because it's not drama to them. It's not negative attention. Actually, it is. It is negative. But it's not the kind of stuff people want to talk about. You know why? Because it's real shit. It's real shit. The stuff that's actually happening. A lot of people who don't want to talk about this shit are involved. And they're refusing to talk. A perfect example would be P. Diddy. P. Diddy was allowed to adopt children, in case y'all didn't know. Usher adopted. And what are the crimes he's being accused of right now? Along with his partner in crime, Jay-Z. And all these other people that people want to talk about. They want to talk about these people. But they don't want to talk about the people who actually matter in the situation, which is the children. And I'm trying to understand why. If you knew 200 and 300 and 400 children were missing, 400,000, children were missing in the foster care system, you wouldn't want to know why that is? You paying for it. And you don't need answers, I guess. You don't want answers. I don't understand this. This is not making sense to me. Children are continuing to die. Pedophiles have been continuously getting the lightest sentences out of all these people committing crimes. Pedophiles seem to get the lightest sentences so they can go get right back on the street. Yet they're committing crimes against children. There is no consenting with a child. Let's start there. There's no consenting with a child. It enrages me the way so many people are hyping up about these adults. But nobody talking about the kids. They should be the topic of concern for everybody right now. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm also a tarot reader. And it's like, even the tarot readers don't talk about the children. They don't ask questions about the children. Like, it's very concerning to me how many people put this off. Yet they continue to pay for the public service of the foster care system to take care of these children. You don't care where your money goes. You don't care how your money's being used. These people have been destroying evidence. They've been getting rid of it so that you can't track them. If they're not getting rid of it, they just simply haven't been keeping up. And children, when they go in the foster care system, they're supposed to be tracked wherever they go. And part of me feel like it's not that they were not tracked. It's just that there's no record of it. And the question is why? Do we have the appropriate people working for CPS, DCFS, DSS, HHS? Do we have the appropriate people working? Because this issue is not going to go away until we find out where these children are. Did you know that Hillary Clinton is associated with the Evergreen containers? Do y'all know anything about these children who are being found in these containers? Trucks being sold online under the guise of furniture. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not. I'm enraged about a lot of this shit. You know why? Because I'm passionate about children. And not only that, I'm a foster child. There's already an understanding there. I mean, it just hurts me. It hurts me and it bothers me that it seems like the children really don't matter to people. People just want to go on with their life. They don't want to deal with the hard shit. But they don't understand how much of the problem they are because they're refusing to address it. It's really hard for people like me and those of us who are trying to spread the message about the children because we keep getting silenced. And if you look, you see my platform is not as big as a lot of people's platform. But the ones who do have the platform, they're not bringing enough attention to this. The ones who have the funds and the ones who have the money to deal with this, they're not doing shit about it. And I want to know why. Because it ain't the it thing to be talking about. Because it ain't what people want to hear. So you doing this shit for views. You doing this shit for the wrong type of attention. Selfish interests. That shit ain't fucking cool to me. Now is the time to be dealing with this. How can y'all not be, if y'all say that it's about the children, they are the future. They are. But what kind of future are we looking at right now? People are not having kids like that anymore. People are getting rid of their children. People are hurting children. People have been doing this for decades. Who are we holding responsible for it? Why are you not talking about it? You're not doing it enough because this is continuing to happen. And children are continuing to die. Babies are continuing to die. They don't get a chance to live. People that think it's okay to, sodomize or it's so weird to me. It's so weird to me. How y'all care so much about these people that you idolize and you admire and you want to talk about them and glamorize them. Why the fuck are we not doing that for the kids? They're the innocent. They're the most vulnerable in this society. Yet the ones who are out here talking are the ones who had to go through the shit and be able to express to people that shit is not a joke. But we're the ones being fucking silenced. You're not spreading our videos. Our traffic is not getting through to people. You know, this algorithm shit. I'm upset. As a tax-paying citizen, I'm very upset. I didn't fight for this fucking country to live in shame, disgrace, because I refuse to bring attention to the shit that matters. You ain't gonna ever be able to say that shit about me. Can I say that shit about you though? Because you talking about dumbass shit that don't fucking matter. I'm talking about serious shit that actually matters. What the fuck you gonna do? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not cussing at y'all. Okay? I'm not cussing at y'all. It's just, I'm very passionate about this shit. As I should be. As an abused child in the foster care system, you damn right. That was in the foster care system, you damn right. Where I have a voice and I'm able to say something about it and keep bringing attention to it, whether y'all want to hear it or not, because not enough people are talking about it. They don't want to talk about it. It's not getting views. You know why? Because it's deep shit. It's real shit. And most people can't handle that. Y'all afraid to bring people's names out there. And my question is why? Why? Why are you afraid? Because y'all will be heartbroken to find out that it might be somebody close to you, right next to you, that's actually the enemy. Family members don't want to address this shit because it brings shame to the family name. They don't want to attach themselves to it. And this is part of the problem. Where this shit has been able to perpetrate all these years. If I'm telling you that this shit was going on in the 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up to now, like at least, and it might have been going on longer than that, but at least. You know how many kids that is? You know how many kids in there now? How is it that you're able to go all these years having a child from the foster care system and then as soon as they become teenagers, want to know about themselves as they should? You're shutting them down. You're creating barriers. You don't want to deal with it. Same shit. I'm not telling people that they got to go out there and put up signs. But what I am telling you is think about it if it was you. Think about if it was your family member. Think about if it was your child and you just needed a little bit of help. You understand what I'm saying? You just needed a little bit of help. Where all you needed was somebody to get them just for a little bit. Because I understand what it's like to have that stress, that mental stress. You trying to do the right thing. You want to do the right thing, but you need time. Sometimes you need it. if for a day, if for a couple of hours, you mean to tell me somebody can't step in and help you? Why? Did you know that if the biological parents get their kids taken and they got to go into foster care for whatever reason, that the government charges that parent for the care of their child? The foster parents, the biological parents have to pay the system for caring for their child. And if they can't pay, it delays them getting their children or their child. Some instances, if you have 2 or 3 children, you may get 2 of them back. Maybe the oldest ones you may get back. But the young one, you can't, they'll keep it from you. You can't have that one back until you pay. They will keep your child from you. You can't get this child until you think the type of kids, think about the type of people who are getting their kids taken. It's low income. A lot of them are low income. A lot of them. How can they afford it? Is that right? Is it okay to keep the child from the parent? And if so, why? I can only think of one reason. And other shit. I got questions. I got so many fucking questions. You damn right, I got a lot of questions. I want to know what these people that we are paying our money to care for these children are doing. How much follow-up is being done? How much tracking is being done? How often? Why are we keeping children from their biological parents? Especially if they struggle, got on their feet, are now able to do something where they can care for their kids, but then you still causing them to be apart because now they got to pay for when the child was in there. So it's taking away money from the household. What kind of hope are you giving them? I don't understand as American, if you say you care about kids, how are you not addressing this issue? How are you not talking about this? Why are you not talking about this? Even the mainstream media is not covering this stuff the way that they should. They're not talking about it. Do you know why? It's so many of them involved. So many of them. I don't give a damn if you're a politician. I don't care. I don't care if you are a police officer, a firefighter. I don't care about all that. I don't care. I don't care if you're and let me tell you something. All of the people that I've named are all involved. They're all involved. All of them. How many teachers have you heard about getting in trouble for messing with kids? They're sleeping with the children. What about the teacher that just came up in the news recently who got pregnant by a 12 or 13-year-old boy? Y'all don't remember Mary Letourneau? I think that was her name. Y'all don't remember her? I know somebody do. When the hell did that happen? Stop acting like this shit didn't happen. Y'all got to open your eyes and y'all got to address this shit. I am telling you, it's not going to stop until we address this shit. We have every right to do it because we're taxpayers. We're paying their salary. That is what that means. Why should we continue to pay these people and then we can't get answers from them? The public is paying their salary, but they don't answer to the public. And why is that? Y'all are hurting us. Y'all are hurting us so bad. The survivors are trying and we're fighting and we're trying and we're fighting. And this shit gets exhausting. When the people who have the platforms are not assisting, they don't want to get involved. They don't want to get their hands dirty and shit like that. Why? But you know what you're real quick to do? Ask for receipts, call people liars, ask people how they know. You mean to tell me as a survivor that comes from the abuse under the care of CPS, I got to give you receipts of what happened to me? It's not enough that I was a child going through the shit. I got to give you proof from way back then that it happened. How the fuck do I know so much? I mean, this is about the children, y'all. Please, please. We really are begging y'all. Like, the survivors are out here begging y'all. And it's not just us. It's really people out here who care, who are genuinely concerned about these children and all the vicious shit that has been allowed to happen to them. And continuing to happen to them. Because we're not doing shit. I'm going to tell you what we are. We're sad. We're hypocrites. We're not real parents out here. I don't give a damn who you are. Like, if you're in America and you're not bringing this to the appropriate attention as it needs to be, you are just as guilty in my eyes of not doing shit. You're letting them down, just like you let me down, and so many others. So much of the abuse has happened with people that you've trusted. These public servants. What do y'all want to know? What is going to get y'all to get out there and start talking and keep talking and keep bringing the pressure? Because remember, people like me who've been in the foster care system, we have a stereotype attached to us. We're crazy. We got mental issues. We're black sheeps. We're bastard children. These are all fucking stereotypes that they gave to us, that they put on us. We're the children that nobody wanted. Are y'all still saying that about the kids in the foster care system right now? Is that why y'all are choosing not to do anything? Everybody's situation is not the same. In some situations, the parents legitimately could not take care of the kids at the time, and they were taken from them. In some situations, the kids were not allowed to go back to their families until the foster care system was paid. I mean, everybody's situation is not the same, and we're not all crazy, but I will tell you one thing. I'll deal with a foster care child before I deal with somebody else. Somebody else who wasn't raised foster care. I put up guards with these people, but a foster care person, somebody who's been in foster care, there's already a sympathy with them. Yes, I can continue to talk about the kids all day. I try to post information for y'all to see and read about things that's happening right now. I'm not playing about the trafficking. The illegal immigrants were a big part of that shit. Yes, they were. But the people who don't want to hear it, yes, they were. A big part. How the hell is an illegal immigrant getting a foster care child in the first damn place? Who in the hell said that shit was okay? How the hell can that happen? Who the hell allowed that shit to happen? How in the hell can a foster parent have multiple cases, abuse cases against them, allegations against them, reports made against them, and still be allowed to adopt children? Do y'all not care who we're giving the kids to? I mean, let me know how y'all really feel, because I don't understand why we're not talking about this more. This is not being addressed as much as it needs to be. This is not as widespread or as big as it really needs to be. We're talking about the most vulnerable and innocent of our society. But y'all say the children are our future. And y'all wonder why so many people are no longer having children. Would you feel comfortable bringing a child into this world right now? Would you? We can't find all the hundreds of thousands of children that are already missing? I don't understand this. And I know people have to live their lives. And I understand that this stuff can get stressful. But it must continue to be talked about until we get answers. It must continue to get pushed until we get answers. Why? Because you are a tax-paying citizen. You are an American. If you are a father, if you are a mother, this should be hitting home with you. Why are you not concerned? Yeah, I bring real shit to the table because it's not enough people doing it. It's not enough people talking about the shit that fucking matters. The things that require change, the things that promote humanity. This is sad. It's so fucking sad that the people who have the means are not doing more than they could be doing, more than they should be doing. And all this shit is going to continue to perpetrate, continue to go on. Children are going to continue to suffer. They're going to continue to be unalive. They're going to continue to be hospitalized. They can't fight for themselves. They're being kept from running away. They're being kept from speaking their truth. I just want to know what y'all prepared to do. Even if you're spreading an article every day. If you're following up on missing persons cases where children are involved. These people who are calling CPS. Are you so sure you even need to be doing that anymore? This type of stuff does make me cry. This type of stuff does, because I know what I went through. I know what I went through. And if you were never a foster child, it's not going to hit you like that. Maybe it won't hit you like that, but I'm trying to understand if you are a parent or you are someone who has compassion for children, if you say that. What are you doing about the fact that we have been bringing all of this stuff to your attention and we don't know what the hell is being done about it? Yes, I told y'all that this shit is in Congress right now. Are we keeping track of what Congress is doing about it? Are we keeping track of what the government agencies are doing about it? Because they had these people so hemmed up that they were not allowed to talk or they would risk losing their jobs. I don't know if y'all know this, but the government don't like whistleblowers. They don't like whistleblowers. And the fact that whistleblowers was even given a name is already a problem. Because now you can associate whistleblowers with other stereotype names, similar stereotype names like snitches. The whistleblowers who came out and talked, one of them, I know for sure, she got fired. She got terminated for doing her job, for bringing the truth. She got fired. She got terminated. They let her go. They told her she had to leave because she was investigating. This is what they do to whistleblowers. Now, I want to know, why is it that Americans have to fear telling the truth? Especially about something like this. I see a lot of people when I watch other people's lives sometimes, and certain people want to bring up the children, you'll see that people are in the chat. They're making comments like they're praying for the children. They're asking their God to bless the children and things like that. Well, I can understand the sentiment. Is there not more that we could be doing? Because we really do have to put action behind these words in order for stuff to get done. And I don't feel like enough is being done, because Asking God to bless the children is all good and dandy, but is there not something more that we could be doing? Is my question. And if so, are you willing to do that? Because you bring negative attention to those of us who do try, who are out here trying. You're bringing negative attention to us, or you're not allowing as many people to view us or see us or know that we're even talking about this stuff. We're being suppressed. I mean, I feel like I have stressed this enough that suppressive energy is the problem. It is the problem. Even big media, okay? Big media is a problem as well, because they're making sure that they're not talking about this as much as they should. Why is that being suppressed? I don't understand this. But you know who is doing something? The ones of us who are doing something out here, you know what they call us besides crazy and stuff like that? Conspiracy theorists. We're talking about it. I wouldn't be so quick to judge somebody because they are telling you that they've been in the situation or they have had to deal with the same type of stuff happening to them. And instead of you picking their brains and trying to get information so that you can help, you're using it for views. I don't respect that at all. Because if you're going to come out here and support and be of service, and you know that you could do more than the person, the other person, why are you not doing it? If you care, if you truly want to support, why are you not doing it? You see, we're struggling. We're struggling, but you can reach way more people. You can make such a big impact. What are you doing? Because the children are still missing. The children are still being abused. The children are still being trafficked. Talk about them. Keep them relevant. Keep showing pictures. Missing persons. Y'all remember the ads from the newspaper, from the milk cartons and shit like that? Where are those kids? Where are they? Why is it that 11, 12, 13-year-old girls still getting pregnant under the foster care system? And notice I said still getting pregnant. I told you this goes back decades. Still getting pregnant. What are we doing? Why is it that people who are charged with crimes against children, especially when it involves SEX, seem to get patted on the wrist a lot more than any other criminals? And get released right back into society to do it again. Do y'all think that you can cure pedophilia? I legitimately want to know if y'all think that this can be cured. Because the answer is no. I could tell you some ways that it might be cured, but you might not want to hear that. Otherwise, no, you can't cure that. If somebody is attracted to children, that is where their attraction is. That's not going to stop. They don't want an adult. You got some of them that will not mess with a child over a certain age. This is hard, y'all. It's a lot of work. But I'm one of the ones that, you know, this is something that I'm here to do. I'm here to make y'all see some shit. See shit for what it really is. Bring noise to a situation that otherwise would go unheard, continue to go unheard. Y'all are seeing this every day. People don't want to talk about this. Why? Because it's deep. It brings people anxiety and stress. It triggers people. And a lot of people can't deal with serious shit. Well, when it comes to kids, everything about them should be taken seriously. We are obligated to them as the adults to take care of them. They didn't ask to be here. They're paying for it every day. And you'd be surprised at the type of people who know what's going on, but keeping their mouths shut. That's selfishness, and I don't respect you if you're doing this. I know who many of them are, and I have no respect for them at all. I don't give a damn about their title. They're people to me. But I don't want to keep y'all on too much longer. I really do appreciate the people who stayed and watched the video and listened. Because this is not going away until we do something about it. This is not going to end until we do something about it. Pressure the ones that, and we shouldn't even have to pressure them, but stay on their necks because we're paying them to do something. And we want answers. We're the ones who are taking care of these babies. At least that's what we are made to believe when we're paying these taxes. And you mean to tell me that we can't ask questions? It's a million, it's millions of parents out here. Whether you know it or not, it's millions of parents out here with children in the foster care system. The taxpayers. These are our kids. We're taking care of them. At least that's what we think we're doing. Whose pockets are really getting greased? Where's this money really going to? What about these fucking charities that these states have? These funds, these children funds, these children trust funds and shit like this. Did y'all know that these funds include private investors? I mean, I wouldn't want this to happen to anybody's child. I wouldn't want anybody's child to have to go through this. To be abandoned, disregarded, silenced, abused, restricted. And it goes on and on and on. You have people out here who legitimately don't like children. You have people out here who legitimately think that kids are evil and they are devils. This shit is not a game. And it really hurts me that so many people are not taking this as seriously as it should. So many people. So many people. That this shit has been continuing to happen. In 2024, we're still talking about this. This is still a major issue. Yes, we're addressing the traffic, the immigrants. Are we addressing the trafficking itself? Because it's not just America involved. It's other countries as well. How do you explain American kids ending up over in the UK? How'd they get there? They damn sure didn't swim. We're paying that money for them to go overseas. It's happening in the UK as well. Y'all don't remember that there was a young boy that was climbing down from the Buckingham Palace, butt naked, no clothes on, one sock. And the big news media chalked that up to it being a part of a promotion for a fucking movie. That's how they spun it. Did y'all know that they hunt children? I'm starting to think that the Hunger Games was more than just a movie. They hunt children. I mean, hunt like animals. It is a sport. This is probably stuff that y'all never thought y'all would hear. It sound crazy and shit like that. The sad part about it is the people who are doing it, they know that. They know how it sounds. Don't you think that's how they've been able to continue with it all this time? I can bring you the information. It's up to you to do what you need to do about it. Because once I bring you the information and once you see the shit, you can't say you don't know anymore. You can't say you didn't see it. You're aware now. The question is, what are you doing about it? I don't want to go on a rant. Like, I done been on a rant this long, but I'm about to end this live. I appreciate you if you stuck with me this long. I really hope that I'm getting through to people, and I hope people are paying attention, because when you do see all of these children out here who do have homes, who have been taken care of, they're doing their thing out here, and you know, it's all fun, and you know, it's something to be proud of that you raise the child and things like that. But what about the children that didn't have your life? Why are they not important? All right, y'all, let me get off of here. Y'all have a good night. Trying to be back tomorrow. I really am trying to do this. I'm trying to go live as much as I can. Tomorrow I'll probably go live earlier. But this is not like, this is not something you can just throw in the closet and leave alone at this point, because we in 2024 and there's so many people out here who have been products of foster care. It's hard. It's hard. It really is hard. And I always keep the kids in my prayers. But y'all, thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. And I will be back tomorrow.